In this guide, I will teach you how to get the most out of your short time in high school and set your 20s up. When I was younger, I wish I had a guide like this because I was very uneducated on how the world works. I didn't have a father figure like probably most of you don't, so I developed late in high school. While all the high testosterone boys were going out to parties, drinking underage, speaking to girls, and competing in sports, I couldn't wait to get home and play my Xbox. I genuinely didn't have any social skills in real life, but I could chat some amount of shit through the Xbox mic, and that ultimately gave me a bad name in school. If I had followed the correct blueprint, I would have had a banging social life with a vibrant group of friends, building a future for ourselves and leveling up, and I want that for you. Alright, Trip, what you've got to understand is in first year, starting high school, everyone is terrified, not just you. Everybody wants someone to approach them and make them feel less anxious because high school is daunting. You went from primary 7, the oldest kids, to now the youngest. It's like going back to primary 1. So be that social butterfly. Talk to everyone, the teachers, the janitors, the lunch ladies. High school is the easiest time of your life to be making new friends. Don't just stick to your old classmates. Branch out. Be the initiator. Go and talk to that cute girl and introduce yourself. It can be a completely stupid question like, are you starting first year as well? She's going to be so happy someone's talking to her and she'll remember your face. Before you even start high school, you should be hitting the gym frequently and building the habit of going at least 3 days a week. Listen, Troop, lifting weights is single handedly the best thing you can do, not just for your physical health, but your mental health. Everybody wishes they started sooner. You've got the advantage. You will be on track to building your dream physique. You will have the highest level of confidence in front of boys and girls because you will eventually look bigger. People will start to notice you. You'll start filling in your shirts. Your focus in class will be laser like, getting tasks done left, right, and centre. I cannot stress this enough. Everything in your life will start to align once you build the habit of going to the gym regularly. Find a gym nearby. If you're not old enough, ask your parents if they can buy dumbbells for you off Amazon, or get your school bag, fill it up with heavy books, start doing push ups and squats. Go to your local park and start doing pull ups on the monkey bars. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to perform and exercise correctly without injuring yourself. Stick to the routine. Rome wasn't built in a day. I would also recommend waking up early before school starts, hitting your workout, having your post workout meal, and then heading to school because once you've hit your workout, stress diminishes and your mood boosts. You feel more positive and you will walk into your classroom more present, ready to tackle the day because the hardest part of your day is done. Find your purpose. What is purpose? Why were you put on this earth? What is your mission? You'll need a blank piece of paper and a pen to write down about this for a while. Your purpose right now could be body sculpture, like we discussed. So you'll need to write down all the tasks that you need to do in order to reach that goal. Like, am I progressively overloading? Am I tracking my lifts? Am I weighing myself every morning? Am I eating enough protein? You might be thinking, I'm young. I don't need to worry about this right now. But life moves quite fast. So if you don't know what you want to be when you're older, that's okay. But pick something. Don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. When you go into third and fourth year, so ages about 14 to 16, you start picking your own subjects. Do not pick the same subjects as your classmates because, quite frankly, you might not have any interest in that subject and now you're stuck because all you wanted to do was carry on with your pal. Your time is valuable. You will make new friends with similar interests and create new opportunities. I cannot emphasize this enough. Pick the subjects that interest you. I left school with three national fives: English, woodwork, and physical education. I now know that I was more than capable of passing all my subjects at a higher level. I just didn't care enough at the time. Work hard, don't slack in school, get good grades. You might want to go university for a certain degree, or the social aspect. You might want to leave school, go to college, and get an apprenticeship. From the ages between 15 and 18 can either make or break your 20s. For those of you who don't know, I wanted to become a professional Call of Duty player. My Twitter got banned when I was 15, and after that, I went down a dark path when I discovered the party scene. I took it to the extreme. Have a bit of moderation, for crying out loud. I understand you're young and want to experience things, but keep a level head. Respect yourself. Have your purpose in mind. I was willy nilly doing all the bad habits. I didn't really care about the future, and now I'm sitting in my 20s, wondering where life went wrong. When you're going out to house parties, and I don't condone underage drinking, I think it's unacceptable. Your brain is still developing. Alcohol kills brain cells. And I don't know what it's like around the rest of the world, but in Scotland, we're crackheads. We start drinking at a very young age, 14, 15. Some people even getting on it younger. My advice is, so you don't feel like you're missing out, drink a couple of alcohol free ciders slash beers. My favourite is Copperberg. It's this sweet cider that tastes quite nice, but only downside is it's got a lot of sugar. If people are smoking cigarettes and peer pressuring you to try one, don't be stupid. Nicotine can be good for you, but the 2,000 other chemicals in tobacco can be detrimental. So, not to mention, your breath will be stinking. You don't want to go up to a girl with stinky breath. My advice is try Zin nicotine pouches. You just put one in your gum for 30 seconds to a minute and you get a burst of nicotine. When you're in these sort of environments, I just want you to keep your purpose in mind. Realise, okay, I've got a leg session tomorrow morning, I'll have a couple of drinks and then I'll boost, dance, talk, flirt with the girls, maybe get their Snapchat, and then dip. You don't want to overstay your welcome. She'll be thinking, who's that mysterious, charming guy who cares about his health? He's not like the rest of them. He seems like he's got everything figured out. I'm going to message him later. Do not go to house parties if there's no girls, because you'll be sitting with a bunch of wasters, and you're probably thinking, oh, but they're my friends. Your friends are fucking losers who couldn't give a fuck about your well-being. If all they do is drink, smoke weed, take drugs, they don't get good grades, they don't play any sports, you've got to take a step back and reevaluate your friendship group. When you're new to the party scene, it's easy to get hooked onto substances. Don't take MDMA, don't smoke weed. It is the biggest waste of time and it will only slow your progress. It fries your brain, and later in life, you'll be paying the consequences. Be the light. All these people abusing drugs, they're in the darkness. It's an escape hatch. People vibe over being depressed without actually fixing the issue. Be that warrior who's disciplined enough to not be easily distracted by these disgusting instant gratification activities. When I was in primary school, I had this mega crush on this girl. I was always teasing her, laughing with her, like making fun of her. I had a habit of doing that to girls I liked because I didn't know how to express myself. And going into high school, I walked past her on the first day. She greeted me with such positive energy. She tried to give me a high five, and I looked at her with such disgust, like I didn't even know who she was. And I walked past her. I walked away. And ever since, we became strangers. A couple of years later, she started dating this brown guy. There was only like two other brown guys in my year. Do you know how much that hurt? Race wasn't the issue, it was confidence. I was very young and confused with my situation. I lacked I lacked discipline and purpose, but generally just needed guidance, like a son who needs his father. I regret doing that to her. One of my many regrets, and she still crosses my mind from time to time. But my point is, talk to girls, go out on dates, even a walk to the park, save your pocket money up, go to the mall, go to the movies. Girls want that confident lad who sets up the plans. I'll meet you here at this time, we're gonna go and do this. Bring girls into the fun. I fancied so many girls in my high school, but I never made a move on any of them. Now I am sitting in my 20s, incapable of looking a woman in the eyes. I do not want that for you, so get comfortable speaking to the opposite sex. If you get rejected, that's gym motivation right there. It's not the end of the world. Chill the fuck out. Ask the most popular girl in your year to prom. In Scotland, towards the end of the year in physical education, we do social dancing and learn all the traditional Scottish dances, like the Gay Gordons and the Dashing White Sergeant. And when Christmas time came, we'd there'd be a big party, and you'd be doing those dances with your partner. Walk across that gym hall and put your hand out and say, "Would you like to dance with me?" If she rejects you, well done. Go and get rejected 100 more times in person. Do you really think it's going to hurt after the 101st time? Rejection is important. It's nothing personal. It's how you grow. She's not rejecting you per se. She doesn't know you. She doesn't know what you've been through, your story. At least you know where you stand, because wondering what if, that feeling, it will eat you alive. Don't take girls too seriously. Genuinely be that class guy everyone wants to be around, and respects others, values himself, who has his life in order and a direction on where he's headed. Girls just want a strong leader. One thing I did right in high school was kept a good personal hygiene. Even though the deodorant I was spraying on myself had endocrine disruptors, bloody Lynx Africa, I refused to be that smelly brown kid in class. Also, when I sweat, I smell like curry. So here's the basics. If you need to use the facilities, especially in public, wash your hands with soap before and after. Whether you take a bath or a shower, wash your armpits, your middles, your backside, in between your toes and fingers. And cut your fingernails and toenails. That shit's nasty. Shampooing your head every day. Now, everyone's hair is different. You're going to have to find out the porosity or texture of your own hair, but I would not recommend shampooing your hair every day. It will strip your natural oils. I shampooed every day till I was about 22, and in school I had silky smooth hair, and now in my 20s the ends are pretty dry, thin, and brittle. Brush your teeth at least twice a day, and floss at night after you've had all your meals. Because if you're talking to your classmates or a pretty girl and your breath smells like Shrek's armpit, it's embarrassing. People keep their distance from you and have inside jokes about it with others. And brush your tongue, because that's where the bad breath comes from. So really give that a scrub all the way to the back. If you gag, you're doing it right. Wear clean clothes. Invest in some aftershave, but don't spray it on your skin. I know you've been told to put it on all your hot spots like your skin, your neck, your wrist, but aftershave has endocrine disruptors that will fuck up your hormones and destroy your testosterone. So spray it on your clothes, not your skin. Well fitted clothes. They don't need to be designer. Back in school, I made my mum spend so much money on the best of gear, even though we were broke, all because I wanted to flex on people. But I think deep down, I just didn't want to get bullied for looking like a tramp. You don't need tons of brands on you. A nice muscle fit shirt with tailored trousers, pair of black shoes, a coat, a nice bag. Can I tell you a secret? When you build your body, you will look amazing in anything. No Gucci belt or designer bag can comprehend just your raw self. I hope you learned something in this short guide. It's my first one, so I'd appreciate it if you left a comment. High school can be a very positive experience if you make the right decisions and don't sacrifice your future for instant gratification. Build your body, be confident, experience high school love, stay away from drugs, and get good grades. If I could go back to school with the mindset I've got now, I would have enjoyed it 10 times more. In my opinion, your life truly begins at 20 years old. If you make all the right decisions in your teens, you can set yourself up pretty nicely ahead of most kids in this game of life. I developed late in high school, and in a weird way, I am grateful because most kids who peaked in school, their life kind of went downhill after becoming an adult because life hits you like a ton of bricks. So be prepared.